and welcome. My name is Heroine Bob and welcome to Bob Buys, the channel where I share my reselling journey here in the state of Virginia. I do this part-time. I'm currently on my lunch break from my full-time gig and I want to go thrifting because I have already had quite the morning mentally and I just need a break. And one of my favorite things to do for my mental headspace is go thrifting. It's definitely one of my favorite things to do when I'm having a bad day. So we're gonna go inside and see if I can find anything to cheer me up and also resell. Let's go. Okay, so I have some really cute little Czechoslovakian ashtrays. They want $3 for their pair. I'm gonna look up comps. I might get them. They're just super cute, and I love reselling ashtrays because I'm like, look at this. Look how dainty these are. Okay, so I always come in here and I check the belt and the ties because they're always cheaply done. And I saw this and noticed how nice quality this is. It's Martin Dingman. This is made in the USA. This is solid brass. These sell for between like $20 and $30, so I'm gonna buy this. And then right next to the belt was this vintage Jaguar hat, made in the USA. So this is also coming with me. So they have the men's belts over here, bags, and then women's belts. The women's belts, I found this Northern Reflections belt. I can't really see it very well, sorry. But Northern Reflections is a Canadian company, and this is made in Canada. This is a vintage piece, and it is beautiful. And of course, you guys know I love green, so I'll be picking this up as well. So I have this beautiful Worth cowl neck cream sweater, and it's my size, so I'll definitely be picking this up. Excuse the play sounds in the background. I'm currently watching a puppy. This is a really beautiful full-length vintage knitscapes size 10, so it's a modern medium sweater dress, but I left it behind because it was a little bit too much pilling and it's almost in the season. Then I found this absolutely stunning vintage Eli diamond, which is their fancy line of Western wear. It's beautiful embroidery, but unfortunately it was a little bit too stained. You can see these rust stains or maybe makeup stains on the end of them. And it was just a little bit too much for me to try to clean. And then the last little bit, I found some vintage goodies and this lovely Ray Dunn mug with the magenta on the bottom. So both of these are going with me. Okay, I was bad. I spent $23.50, but a lot of stuff was half off. I guess they're having like a clean out sale or something. And I bought a little bit more than I showed in the videos, so I'm gonna do a haul in a hot minute because, you know, editing is a thing that happens, but I am very pleased. Again, this is my favorite place to shop because some things they just want way too much money for, and then other things they have no idea what they have, and it is chef's kiss. So by the power of editing, let's get to the haul. Thanks, Other Bob. So to address something, I removed the painting behind me. It's just on the floor because this camera really likes those lips more than my face, and I keep noticing anytime I film here that my face is normally blurry. And while maybe you guys also like those lips more than my face, I'm just addressing that. So let's get into what I purchased at New to You Thrift. So I purchased 2 hard goods, stationery piece, a couple belts, and some clothes. Editing Bob here, I also purchased that Jaguar hat. However, I didn't put it in the haul portion because it was drying in its little hat caddy that I washed it in. So I also bought that hat as well, and here are some comps, which is why I picked it up, and I'm very happy that I picked it up because that will pay for everything. Also, here is some gratuitous puppy because, you know, why the heck not? She's playing with an ice cube right now. Almost everything is vintage, which, you know, makes my little heart super happy. So I purchased these Garfield pencils. They are from 1978. There is one missing, which makes me a little sad, but vintage pencils sell really well.
I had thought that all of them were there, but I didn't realize that there should be 8 in here and that one was missing. I just thought it was opened. But that's okay, because you know what? I paid $1 for it, and if they don't sell for anything on eBay, I will just use them because I love Garfield. This next piece is a Dunn. You're driving me bats. Freaking bats. This has the magenta tag on the bottom, which is not focusing. There we go. This is Dunn. This was actually posted. The reason I know it's Dunn is because Magenta actually posted on the social media that this was coming out in the Halloween collection for Dunn. This has no chips or cracks. It does have a lot of crazing through it. Crazing is when, if you look down here at the bottom, if it's gonna focus, this is crazing. It looks like cracks. They're not cracks. What happens? Crazing occurs when a ceramic piece goes from an area of high heat to extreme cold, and the glaze will crackle. It is not necessarily a defect. It makes pieces look aged. You'll see it with a lot of vintage ceramics that happens because people would store them in their attics. They would be subjected to those extreme temperatures. But this was only $2, and like most Dunn mugs, I can sell it for $15 to $20. If this was one of her more vintage pieces, it would be worth more, and of course, closer to Halloween, this will be also a nice thing. However, if my mommy decides she wants it because she was born on Halloween, she can have it, and she watches my video, so I'm sure she'll let me know if I don't sell it before she sees this. So this next piece is this clear glass piggy bank. It has a buffalo on one side and a indigenous person with a full feathered headdress on the other side. This is vintage. They had marked it at $5, but everything that was clear glass was half off, so I only paid $2.50 for this. It is cracked on the side here, which I didn't notice until literally just now. But I'm just going to keep this for myself, so it doesn't matter. I had thought about selling it, but because of the crack on there, I'm just gonna keep it. I was kind of on the fence, but that just decided it for me because it is a beautiful piece and you really can't see it. I'm just gonna display it with the buffalo and call it a day and fill it up with monies, hopefully. So the next things that I showed you guys that I picked up in the video, I got one men's belt and one women's belt. The women's belt is Vintage Northern Reflections, which is made in Canada. And I will be using this until it sells because you guys know I love green and I just absolutely adore this colorway. And then the other piece is Martin Dingman. So this is Martin Dingman. That's what the little his symbol looks like. This is 100% leather and handmade. It is a size 36 and it is made in America. So these actually sell for a decent amount of money for a belt. It's between $35 and $45. This was an excellent shape. It's a 36, so it's an amazing size. And that was an easy pickup for me. And now let's get into clothing. So this is not dry yet. Which is why it's still wrinkly. I haven't been able to steam it out until it dries. This is a Worth, which is an expensive retail brand. I will actually be wearing this until it sells. It's just a nice cowl neck ribbed sweater. It does say dry clean only because this is silk and cotton, and you guys know how much I love the natural fabric, but I knew that I could put it in my washing machine because I have a hand wash cycle. And as long as I wash it on cold and hand wash, it would be fine. As you can see, it is fine. And then I just hang it up to dry. But again, I'll be wearing this until it sells. I could probably get like $25 for it. The next piece is a vintage 90s ribbed cropped, well, short cropped sweater. It is a vintage Sag Harbor piece made in Hong Kong. That is old tag. And it is sparkly, so it is very 90s, and I am very excited about this because it's a large, which is a really great size. I know people who like vintage think that it's really hard to find vintage in larger sizes. This thrift store actually had a ton of vintage in larger sizes. However, they had them marked up, so that's why I didn't pick them up. But I saw this, it's super soft too. It is made out of really nice acrylic and polyester, and then the, you know, metallic yarn in there, but it's very, very soft. Sometimes with this metallic thread, it can be itchy, but this is a nice sweater. So someone is going to love this piece. And then this, look at this jacket. Look at it. Oh my God, this is so vintage, so very late 80s, early 90s. Look at this tag, it's Energy Zone. It is just amazing. It did have shoulder pads, but when I washed this, they came off in the wash, so they were literally being held on by a thread. I will include them with this jacket, saying that they have detached shoulder pads. I will include them in my listing. If you would want to re-stitch them in, you can. But this piece, I just could not let it go, especially since it was $2. But this is a medium. And Jen, again, I will do measurements, but this is a medium. If you see in here, it says medium 10-12. That is what a medium used to be. So vanity sizing has changed a lot over the years. So I am a big proponent to just wear clothes that fit. The number, the size doesn't matter, other than to maybe give you a rough guide when you're looking where to start. But just buy clothes that fit you well and that make you feel good. The number, the size doesn't matter. So I now showed you guys everything I purchased. I also wanted to give you an update on this. So this is a Calvin Klein piece I did at the quick thrift trip. And I wanted to show you that I was able to make the threads go back into their home. So this beautiful Calvin Klein 90s piece has been saved, and I will be wearing it until it sells, and it is so beautiful, and I'm so happy that I was able to fix that. So I hope you guys like this. Thank you so much for watching this with me. I will see you guys in the next video, and until then, bye. Bye.
No, we're gonna have a Pippi Longstocking moment here. I think I just dated myself, because if you aren't of a certain age, you're not going to know who Pippi Longstocking is.
But all the pencils are there. No, they're not all there. For shame.